Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Sam & Max Season 3. Well, last time you'll recall, we discovered that the secret tunnel heads right to the office of Mr. Paperweight.
In the event of a firestorm, the clone chamber's salad bar will remain open.
But shockingly, he has nothing to do with this, or so he claims, and his master, Dr. Norrington, aka Yog-Sothoth, has charged us with figuring out who is the master behind the Sam clones.
Max, look! Bosco Tech Clone Pod. This clone pod was manufactured by Mama Bosco.
You probably should have guessed by the hot pants they're wearing. Mama sure does love a nicely turned Sam Gam.
If Mama Bosco's the one controlling these clones, she's got a lot of explaining to do.
Of course, we saw that in the video earlier.
Property of Hoover Dam.
The ghost of J. Edgar Hoover is raising an unholy army of sexually provocative Sam clones!
Good theory. Wrong Hoover. Clone cooker DNA input receptacle.
Whoa! Yikes!
Looks like our mysterious clone master doesn't want anyone messing with their cloning recipe.
Neat. Unexplained wriggly things.
Don't get too close, Max. They may look silly, but those tentacles are oozing with painful eldritch magics.
That must be serious. You almost never use magics with a K.
Paperweight conjured a bunch of these things back at the museum. He must be involved somehow.
Well, at the very least, it's something to pester him about.
These microwaves aren't working.
Some Nimrod probably blew the fuse when he tried to zap his leftover casserole and cup o' bisque in two different microwaves at the same time. We're in the middle of an energy crisis, people!
Alright, well, let's...
Nice kitchenette.
You gotta love a mastermind who keeps the coffee flowing.
And now we're on the other side of it. Somehow. Alright, well, let's go and ask Paperweight about the tentacles.
Awaiting further instructions.
Whoop. Click too far on the right. Frau Blucher.
Paperweight must have used this antique privacy screen to help protect his horrible squiddy secret all these years.
We also used it to perform psyche-destroying shadow puppet shows for the kiddies.
So, Doc, I've got a few more questions.
Of course you do.
What do you have to say about all those creepy tentacles we found in the cloning chamber?
Tentacles?
Yeah, like the ones your boy Paperweight summoned in the museum last night.
Cthulhu's wattle!
Ooh, I'm using that.
Only one such as myself can summon the Cilia of Torment. Whoever's controlling your clones must be awash in the forces of the Dark Dimension.
Did you really just say awash?
The only thing that can properly vanquish matter from the Dark Dimension is the Chthonic Destroyer.
Ooh, the Chthonic Destroyer. I like the sound of that.
What's the Chthonic Destroyer?
Is it pointy?
The Chthonic Destroyer is the ultimate psychic toy. A weapon so terrible that it was once used to drive the Elder Gods themselves back to their home in the Dark Dimension.
Ah, look, that mole man is smiting an army.
Mind if we hold on to this?
Sam's got a thing for illuminated manuscripts.
If it will help you find the Chthonic Destroyer, yes, of course.
Thanks. I'll try to keep Max from drawing dirty pictures in the margins. Can the destroyer be used against those tentacles?
The Destroyer is proof against anything from the Dark Dimension. Me, the tentacles, the toy box.
Sam, we gotta get one of these things.
You'll have to find the hidden giggling realm of skittering ingestion if you wish to find the Destroyer.
Of course. Well,
It's a good thing Sal left a forwarding number on this resignation letter.
Voice.
Well, I wasn't trying to look at Paperweight's journal, but...
Say, Papercut, mind if we take a closer look at your journal?
I promise to laugh at your bad poetry and schoolboy crushes.
No!
I'm afraid I must concur with my host. Paperweight's journal contains all the spells we'll eventually need to destroy the toy box and send me home.
Well, I was trying to give this to Max, but maybe, just maybe...
Yes, I know. Maybe if we ignore them, they'll go away.
Yep, we automatically got Sal's phone number.
Well, there's Sal.
And a bunch of doppelgangers.
Let those Sams show more respect for our car than we do.
Well, that was awfully convenient. Sam?
Alright, well, first things first, let's grab that conveniently dropped toy.
Hey, look, Max. It's our old friend Charlie Hotep.
Get it away! Get it away!
Come on, Max. He'll give you cool ventriloquism powers, just like your great-grandpa Maximus had in olden times.
Fine, I'll do it for the powers. But for the record, I want to make it clear that I find Charlie Hotep, like all ventriloquist dummies, completely creepy and disgusting.
So are you, but you don't see me getting skittish about it. Corpulent dogmen swarm city.
Corpulent? The nerve!
I know.
Joey would have allowed them to use a larger typeface and been alliterative to boot.
Corpulent dogmen.
Corpulent?
I...
Joe...
And run willy-nilly down the streets of a city.
Toys? Toys? Toys!
Shoot or run?
Let's run. Toys.
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 Yikes.
Toys.
And hey, there's the seagull from Loom.
Well, that was a harrowing chase down the clown-infested streets of the city.
And the clones were pretty bad, too.
At least we finally lost them.
Catch up with Buster Blaster.
Toys? Toys? Toys?
Okay, clearly we're going to have to do something to distract the Doppelgangers. I'm going with Doppelgangers just because it's easier for me to say.
It's a good thing the city defiantly keeps a few of these antiques around so that people can anonymously make crank calls and threaten public officials.
I can do better than that. I'll draw you a picture.
This is totally awesome!
Huh.
Who said that?
And strangely enough, the clones have no future, nor does the seagull. Max can apparently walk around there willy-nilly without them freaking out.
Hey, doppelgangers! It's me, Max! I'm in this warehouse with all sorts of juicy psychic toys.
Toys. Toys. Toys. Toys?
Thank you, distraction.
Hey, it's our noisy old friend Bluster Blaster.
More like a barely tolerated acquaintance.
You look like Chum, old chum.
Sam! Max! What are you doing in Vegas?
Oh, boy.
What happened to you?
Yeah, we thought you were in Vegas helping Bosco count cards and pick up showgirls.
Maximum failure!
Why?
Counting cards out loud!
Yeah, the dealers tend to notice things like that.
Say, you wouldn't happen to know anything about all these Sam clones running around, would you?
Those are real?
Yeah?
Holy Mother of God!
I think that's a no.
Need any help?
No, thank you! I'll just sit here until my shields regenerate!
Do you think you'll rejoin the cops now that your Vegas adventure is over?
That portion of my life is terminated!
Do you know what happened to Bosco?
Bosco stayed in Vegas to pay off debt to casino!
Cleaning tables?
Male stripper!
Ew.
Left letter to give to Mama!
Dear Mama, guess what? I met a girl. So it looks like I'll be staying in Vegas a little bit longer than originally planned. Please take care of the store while I'm away. Love, Bosco.
P.S. Could you wire me about $20,000?
Worst Bosco impression ever!
Mind if we deliver this to Mama Bosco?
Take it! I never want anything to do with Bosco ever again!
All right.
See ya, Bluster.
I am become death!
Looks like my clones have already picked this pile of junk clean. Sal!
Sam and Max, what brings you guys down to the warehouse district?
All the usual. Mystery, intrigue.
The roar of the grease paint. The smell of the crowd.
So you gave up your cushy job at the museum for this?
You bet. That museum gig was getting dangerous. What with all the fires, the slimy tentacles, and the gorilla pummelings. I'm just not cut out for a life of excitement like that.
How are you coping with all these Sam clones?
Is that what they are? I thought they might be some of your skinnier, less inhibited cousins from over in the village.
Skinnier?
So my clones haven't been hassling you?
A little, but I don't seem to have whatever it is they're looking for.
What exactly are you doing out here anyway?
I've got a great job stacking crates. Doesn't pay much, but it's way less violent. At least it was until those guys came along.
What's in those crates?
Beats me. As long as there's nothing in these babies that keep me from stacking them, I could give a June bug's behind about what's in them, you know?
Well,
Hey Sal, you're a pretty mean chef, right?
I know my way around a lemon zester, yeah. What about it?
We really need someone to bake a birthday cake, pronto.
Sure, I could probably take a break and whip one up. What kind of cake you guys looking for?
Lose Becky an upside-down blood cake surprise?
Ooh, that's gonna be a tall order, Sam.
Don't you know how to make it?
Oh, I know how to make it all right. Any confectioner worth his icing sack knows how to make that bad boy. It's just that the ingredients are really hard to come by.
Don't worry about that. Sam and I live to hunt down obscure ingredients or similarly named alternatives.
It's not just the ingredients, though. It literally takes a month to bake a Uzbeki an upside-down blood cake surprise. If you want it tonight, you're just SOL. Sorry.
Well, can you at least tell us what it looks like in case we run into it in a dark alley someplace?
I can do better than that. I'll draw you a picture. Voila!
Impressive!
I minored in chalk drawing at the Bilderberg Academy for the Culinary and Visual Arts.
well,
Stack on, good buddy.
You know it, Sam.
I really like Sal, Sam. It'd be a shame if he got sucked into the undertow of the mayhem and destruction that follows us around like an awestruck teenager.
What the hell are you talking about, Max?
I think that was foreshadowing, but I think we know what we're going to do with this.
Ooh, this'll be as easy as taking cake from a baby.
I think that's candy.
Whoa! I'm rich, creamy, and full of yak's blood and lard.
And you're a cake, too.
Teleportation.
Form of
Happy
cake.
birthday, Grandpa Stinky. Is that one upside-down Uzbekian blood cake surprise?
The blood looks right, but let's see if it's got the surprise. An Uzbekian flensing knife! The secret ingredient the Mongols used in all their cakes!
Now do you believe me?
The tasty cake. This beautiful knife. You two really were planning my birthday party, weren't you? Ooh, I'm gonna go try this puppy out on some doggies. All right, you furry trespassers. Make way for Daddy!
Oh, that's where the door of the kitchen was.
There's only one thing I don't understand. Why does Sam call you my queen in his letter?
Oh, because Sam and I have been carrying on a torrid love affair for years. Isn't that right, hon? Meet me at the place. No, the other place.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, Sam, but now that I've seen you and Stinky smooching, all I really want to do is climb into a bottle and wipe out a few brain cells.
You know, Sam, that whole stinky kissing thing kind of made me wish for the sweet release of death, too.
I know, little buddy, but it'll be worth it if we can track Stinky to the real Mr. S who's controlling all these Sam clones. Do you still remember Stinky's cell phone number?
Do I? It spells out my second favorite bodily excretion.
All right, well, with that hint of where we're supposed to go next...
Teleportation.
Ah, there you are, Mr. S.
Stinky, my queen.
I would have gotten here sooner, but the old fool and his shamus wouldn't let me leave. We've got to get rid of them once and for all.
Do we have to? Killing seems so... deadly.
Trust me, sweetie. It's the only way to get everything we want.
Oh, baby.
Okay, that's quite enough of that.
It's Droopy and Stitch.
Sam and Max.
What are you doing down here?
We were about to ask you the same question.
We were? I was gonna ask about biological compatibility issues.
All right, fine. There's no point in denying it any longer. This is where Sal and I meet to revel in our forbidden love.
Yeah, the forbidden love thing. Not where we meet to discuss getting rid of our evil grandpa Stinky. Ah!
Right, just the forbidden love.
Really? Then how do you explain that?
Whoa.
Where'd those come from? Yes, Master.
Sam, what just happened?
Well, on the upside, it looks like neither Stinky nor her chitinous boyfriend are the master of these Samalikes. On the downside, it appears that our icky and potentially murderous loverbirds are under the psychic thrall of our mysterious fiend.
Man, I wouldn't want to be the master when Stinky snaps out of it. She straight up hates thralls.
Well, I guess now we can explore that one other tunnel we haven't been down yet.
Check it out, Max. Cart tracks.
Maybe there's gold at the end of this tunnel, or rare deposits of Cantgetium.
You're a strange little imp, Max.
Yeah, Cantgetium has half the calories of unobtainium.
Are we there yet? We've been walking for nearly a decameter.
I love your wacky made-up units of measurement, Max. Wait a minute. There's a light up ahead.
There's a light over at the Frankenstein place.
Bosco Tech?
Shh. Something weird is going on.
Weird by our standards or everyone else's?
Mr. Molman, please concentrate. Without your assistance, we'll never be able to contact Dr. Mama Bosco.
No, we won't. You don't know what you're doing.
I wonder if we'll ever find out what Mama Bosco's dimensional destabilizer does.
It's a device used to coerce a transient resonant integration pattern of the subquantum harmonic vibrational frequencies between this and adjoining dimensional membranes.
I wonder if we'll ever find out what this dimensional destabilizer does.
I hope it makes pie!
Let's see, bang gong to begin seance. Step on the spooky elevator of science. And that was weird.
Grandpa Stinky was wrong. It won't be time to boil the haggis for another 3.5 hours. I'm not opening that. The last time we rifled through Mama Bosco's closet of spooky ghost clothes, Max got ectoplasm all over himself. That doesn't even make the top 20 list of creepy things we've seen in the last 2 days. Hey, Max, look. Mama Bosco changed her number.
In the last 24 hours? Huh. Being dead must be making her paranoid.
Alright, so we got a phone number to get back here.
What's the deal with this impenetrable blast door?
We thought it prudent to seal up Mama Bosco's lab until the crisis passes, sirs.
Alright, I'm going to talk to Superball because he's generally got a history of being marginally more helpful.
Superball.
Mr. President, you're alive. I'm overjoyed.
I can tell.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, why aren't you back at the White House keeping that backstabbing Secretary of Health and Human Services away from my Cuban cigars?
I'm here to investigate the rampaging Sam clones and their possible connection to the so-called Devil's Toy Box, sirs.
What a coinky-dink! So are we!
Yes, sirs. Quite the coinkydink.
A seance? That's not exactly in your bailiwick now, is it?
Okay, I'm just gonna stand right over here until I can shake off the memory of you saying bailiwick.
You are sadly correct, sir. As a medium, I'm more of an extra small. But it's desperately important that we make contact with the missing Dr. Mama Bosco.
Why?
I would think it's obvious, sir. The Sam clones. Her hands are all over them.
Ew.
Figuratively, sir.
Oh, that's better. Do you know anything about these simulacra?
Doppelgangers!
According to the authorities, they're fanning out across the city in search of the remaining toys of power.
Remaining?
Yes, sirs. In the aftermath of the Salmon Mock incident, our crypto scientists estimate that there are only a few hundred TOPs extant, and they're scattered throughout the city.
What will happen once the Sam clones gather all the toys?
Nobody knows. A few experts believe that the person who created the clones will use the fully empowered Devil's Toy Box to psychically bring about a golden age of unity and harmony.
That'd be an unexpected twist.
But most of them concur that we'll likely be facing some sort of universal Armageddon scenario in which a horrific beast of unimaginable power reigns over the earth, and the living envy the dead.
Are you going to take another shot at summoning Dr. Mama Bosco?
Actually, sirs, I was thinking of leaving it to someone who specializes in weirdness.
Larry King is here?
I think he was talking about us.
Oh. Hey, if you're here and I'm here, who's running the country right now?
I've taken the liberty of installing an amusing bobblehead figurine in the Oval Office. No one seems to have noticed.
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I'm not certain, sirs. I came here to investigate reports of illegal cloning activity, only to find Dr. Mama Bosco missing. I'm conducting a seance to bring her in for questioning.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
Stay loose, Superball.
I always do, sirs.
Alright, let's pester Harry.
Harry, you're alive.
Don't sound so disappointed.
Aw, don't be that way, Harry.
You cheated me out of millions of dollars and trapped me in a killer sauna. How should I be?
Sadder but wiser?
What happened to Mama Bosco?
I don't know. When I returned to the lab after my harrowing adventures on Skunkapi's ship, she was acting strange.
Strange?
Yes. She was distracted and wafted about the facility with an agitated nervousness that one would normally associate with a guilty conscience.
You got all that from the way she was wafting?
Well, that, and she gasped, "Oh no, it's all my fault," before she floated out of the building. No one's seen her since.
What's with the seance?
Super Dense over there wants to summon Dr. Bosco back to the lab for questioning, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
How so?
It's so obvious that he can't make contact with the spirit realms. I mean, he can't even get in touch with my recently deceased relatives.
Why don't you tell us about those recently departed relatives?
Sorry, Sam, the memory's too fresh.
Fair enough. How'd you get out of Skunk Ape's ship?
I'm glad you asked. My incredible adventure began when I discovered a small crack in the back of my cell.
Second thought, never mind.
What do you know about these scary twin-stealing Sams?
Nothing.
You sure you want to stick with that answer?
Yeah, isn't that your tunnel that connects directly to the big old cloning facility?
That old thing? I haven't been down there in months. After Mama Bosco started using it to store crate loads of high-tech equipment, it kind of lost its rustic charm.
Think he's telling the truth?
Probably. Harry doesn't have the brains, brawn, or all-around competence to pull off a scheme like this.
You know, I am standing right here.
What sorts of high-tech equipment was Mama Bosco storing in your hole?
How should I know? She never tells me anything.
Yeah, Harry's used to having stuff stuck in his hole. You heard me.
So you don't know where Mama Bosco is?
Not a clue. That's why we're trying to hold a seance, to compel her to return.
All right.
Hang in there, Harry.
Do I have a choice?
Well, it seems clear that we are going to have to take command of this seance, and that is exactly what we are going to do next time. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And I'll see you all next time for the...
All units, establish a perimeter around Bosco Tech.
As we reach into the scarily never realms. Ooh! Yeah, interrupt me again at your own peril, Super Ball.